Well, hello, this is Rochelle, and welcome to my channel. It is officially lockdown here in South Africa, and I am catching up on quite a bit of things. So for today, I actually would have taught a class at one of the craft stores that I love a lot, and that obviously officially got cancelled due to this lockdown. And so I am getting a chance to do this layout in my traveler's journal as part of the Great Coffee Chronicles. And I aired today on my channel, the day I'm filming this, I aired the video of the class I would have done at this scrapbook store or this arts and crafts store. And so yeah, then get the chance to catch up. So for today's video, I am using some papers. I believe this is an 8x8 pad of paper, and it is one that I picked up at her Annie's, and I am just cutting down my photo to size. This paper is slightly smaller than my actual traveler's notebook. I do apologize for the camera. I'm trying out different angles to see where I get the best lighting and the best image, and with my, I'm guessing it's my phone moving and not the actual stand, because yeah, I don't know how it works, but anyways, we'll figure it out. So I just had to add a little bit of extra paper on the sides. I picked this, it's like this beautiful burgundy brown background paper with a tone-on-tone floral image in the two corners. And then I picked this kind of like, I don't know, patterned paper for the little pieces that I needed extra on the papers, and then the matting of this photo. I did put some washi on the back of this layout where the two pages would split, just to keep it together and make sure that whatever I do use will then go over both at the same height, if I can call it that. I'm trying this new, well, it's new to me, distress embossing liquid. It's in a dabber or a dauber, whatever you want to call it, and not quite sure how I feel about it yet. And then I'm using a hammered Ranger embossing powder and the Fab Scraps coffee stamps, and then just heat embossing these stamps, which I'll be cutting out and using as ephemera or die cuts in this layout. So the one, you know, just says premium quality coffee. The other one is this little heart, and then the last one is a sentiment that says take time to smell the coffee. And I'm doing this on that same pattern paper that I'm using for the edges and for the matting, so it just gives it a bit of extra texture. I don't know, just an extra element to this, and not just the brown with, or stamping it and embossing it on white paper. Quite liked how it looked, and then just arranging kind of how I want it before I stick it down with glue. A little bit of background on the story of this photo. So as you may or may not know, I do this series on my channel, which I call the Great Coffee Chronicles. It is basically just me documenting all of the places where I've had coffee in a traveler's journal system, because I don't have a lot of space for any other documenting system, and so just I do it in these traveler notebooks that I make myself. These stamps that I'm using right here is a stamp set that I got in a magazine as part of the Hobby X Expo this year in 2020. They always have this magazine stand in the front, and sell them with these stamp sets at a really discounted price. So I picked up this one. and I just did a white flower stamp in the corners, kind of over that tone-on-tone flower, and outlined my matting with a Faber-Castell metallic pen. And then, yeah, so let's get back to the coffee. As part of our medical aid, their vitality, healthy or active rewards, they reward you with points for all of or any activity that you do. I am limited to certain activities due to, well, various things. I battle an illness called rheumatoid arthritis, and have had a very big back operation in 2 or 3 years ago, and so my activity is limited to walking, pretty much walking, swimming, those kinds of things that do not require high intensity or high impact. And so with walking, I have a smartwatch, and it counts my steps and counts my heart rate and all of those things. And with this medical insurance scheme that we're on, you get rewarded for being active and pushing your heart rate into a healthy zone, etc., etc. So I started walking again at the end of January, when the kids went back to school. I started walking again so that I could get those steps in and force myself to get out from behind my desk in between when I stop working and have to go fetch them from school and drive them around to all of their activities. I'm just writing that with a white jelly roll pen. I am really battling with white gel pens. I need to get one that works. I'm not sure if it's just because my current Uniball Signo is out of ink or what it is, but it's just not giving me what I need. And so, yeah, just documenting that for these rewards that I get because I've been active, I get to spend them. There's various choices on what you can spend your rewards. Mine always ends up being coffee. Now, they don't have my favorite coffee place as part of the rewards just yet, so I either choose Vida Cafe or Kauai, which is at the gym. I obviously can't go to the gym due to there not being very many things I can do there, so I just go for either their power oats at Kauai. I love their power oats, or their coffee is fair. I prefer the Vida Cafe one, but this is me documenting the coffee at the gym during the month of January when I started walking again. I do need to, once I fit this into my journal, I noticed that I need to add or top up on the tops and the bottoms of the same pattern paper just to get that little border around there, cut off what I need to cut off, and stick in what I need to stick in. And then that's that. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.